So you're working a job and you want to negotiate a higher salary, but you don't want to sound entitled. If that sounds like you, then this is the perfect video. In this video, I give you 3 steps that you need to take to negotiate a higher salary without sounding entitled. Stay tuned. What's up, job seekers? This is Tony R. Sanders, and you are watching The Happy Meter. This channel is dedicated to helping job seekers find and do the work that they love. In this video, we're going to talk about how you can negotiate a higher salary and ask your boss for a raise without sounding entitled. And I can tell you right up front, you're gonna need 3 simple things. We're not gonna waste any time. Number 1, you need the situation. Number 2 is preparation. And number 3 is conversation. Those are the tips, write those down. Situation, preparation, and conversation. Let's talk about the situation. Think about the environment that you're in within your company. Is it the right time to ask for a raise? Here's how you can tell if it's the right or the wrong time to ask for a raise. Number 1, if you just got there, don't ask for a raise. You just got there. You should have negotiated your salary before you accepted the offer, but we'll talk about that in another video. Number 2, if the business is just going through some bad economic times, they just laid off 300 people, you heard the last quarterly report and everything is down and everyone's trying to figure out what the heck is going on with sales or what the heck is going on with marketing, that's a bad time for you to ask for a raise. Another bad time to ask for a raise is if you just got one. If you just got a raise and maybe it wasn't what you thought it was gonna be, and so you wanna try to negotiate a higher raise, it's too late. You should have been ahead of that curve instead of playing from behind the curve. And so think about the situation and make sure the situation is right for you to ask for a raise. Okay, step 2, let's talk about preparation. As we prepare to have a conversation with our leader, we need to start with a conversation with ourselves. First, ask yourself, why do I want to raise? Why do I want to make extra money? Now, inevitably, you're gonna ask yourself that and you're gonna say, well, duh, who doesn't want to make more money? We all do, right? Raise your hand if you want to make more money. Yeah, all of us want to make more money, but really, why do you want to make more money? Is it because maybe you did some research and you found out you were underpaid? We'll talk about that in a second. Maybe you want to make some more money because you're right there at that mark that you've always dreamed about ever since you were a kid, that you were going to make $100,000 or $200,000 or $80,000. Whatever the case may be, question your why and make sure your why is about business results and not about personal feelings. Make sure your why is about business results and not about personal feelings. No one's gonna give you a raise just because you feel like you need one. Number 1 thing that you can do is do market research. Go out and find what other people who do what you do with similar experiences and similar environments make for the work that they do. Maybe you'll do that market research and you'll find out you're underpaid by 5%, 10%, 15%. If you can use online tools like salary.com or Glassdoor or LinkedIn, there's 100 tools out there that you can use to find out what people with your experience in your line of work and even in your city and state are making for what you do, then that will give you great analysis and great data to say, maybe I'm making more than what the market says I should make. Maybe I'm making less, or maybe it's right on par. But first, you need to start with research and your preparation to see where you are on the spectrum, because that's gonna dictate the type of conversation that you have. When you're building a business case and you're doing your market research for you to get a raise, remember to have a specific number in mind. And it could even be a range, but even that range needs to be specific. You need to say it needs to be between 10 and 15%, or 12 and 17%. Whatever the market research dictates based on your experience, your skills, your capabilities, or even what that next step may be for you in your career, you need to have those specific numbers. Another thing you want to do in your preparation is think about the best time to ask your leader. Now, in general, the best time to have the conversation is right mid-morning, before lunch, but after coffee, and probably not on a Monday morning, because people come in on a Monday morning and they're rushing, right? They're trying to get a good start on the day, but sometime between Tuesday and Friday after coffee, but before breakfast, try not to interrupt their time, but think about what that is for your leader and schedule a time with them. Don't just pop in their office and say, I'd like to talk to you about making more money here at the company. One, that's not the conversation you want to have. But two, you also want to make sure that you're scheduling in a time where you're not disrupting them, right? You want to catch them in a great mood so they can at least be open to hearing your pitch in the conversation, which is where we're going next. Okay, now we go into that third and final step, which is the conversation. You need to be confident in this conversation. It's super critical. And you have good reason to be confident because you've done the work beforehand, right? You've had great job skills. You've been a top performer. In addition to those things, you've done the market research. You built your business case. You know your why. You have a specific number. You have everything you need to make this a successful conversation. But here's what you need to know. This is a conversation and not a demand. Too many people walk into their boss's office and they say, I need this number or I'm gonna leave. Or another company offered me more money and I could go over there unless you give me more money here. And it feels like a stick up. You don't want to put your boss in that type of situation. We want to start this conversation off with gratitude. Let them know, I'm excited about the work that I get to do every day. I'm excited about the opportunities that have been given to me and that I've been able to take advantage of since I've been here. And even more importantly, I'm excited about my future within the business. Then it's also a great time to highlight some of the things that you've done well, some projects, some achievements, some short highlights that you've been able to do over the last 6 months, 2 years, however long you've been there, to kind of bring them back to their remembrance. You want to bring those up, and then you want to say, and I've been doing some research, and I understand that where I'm compensated, it's about 10 to 12% below what the industry standard is, especially for our area. So I wanted to have this conversation with you. Here's the ask, critical part. I wanted to have this conversation with you to understand what I need to do to get in position to earn that extra 10 to 12%. If you have that conversation the right way, you won't sound like someone who's entitled. You'll sound like someone who's very smart, a high performer, someone who did the research, who understands the value that they bring to the marketplace, but also how the marketplace values that, and someone who's willing to work or continue to grow and develop to be able to achieve their goals. And that is one of the keys to what we want in the first place, is for you to work happy. And I don't think that's too much to ask. And if you enjoyed this video, you would really enjoy this next one. Until the next time, peace.